Fat Guy Sports Time here. I am not doing the intro because you guys are assholes. So let the guy who
You guys are mean to me.
Yeah, you guys are mean to me. I don't appreciate it.
It's a very anti-bullying program.
Yeah, we don't like bullying.
No cyberbullying in particular.
Going through a lot.
You are going through a lot, it's true.
Going through a lot.
Congratulations to our buddy Stella. He had a beautiful baby boy.
That's right.
Thanks, buddy.
10 fingers, 10 toes, huge balls, all the things you ever want.
Yep. He's not fat enough to be on the show.
He'll get there.
He's actually underweight. 5.5 pounds.
That won't last long.
Yeah, especially if I feed him.
Stella, have you ever been underweight for anything?
Probably not. I've always been fat.
Ever been on the? Yeah, you have.
Nah, I've always been kind of fat. I mean, or whatever.
Yeah, but
I
at
don't
some
like
point,
using the word fat. You're gonna offend people. But
nah, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
You're
I'm
a
not
fucking
into that.
idol.
I've been thick guys,
Thick.
face that.
Thick with two C's.
Yeah.
I'm not into that whole. I know that's another big thing, like for the PC crowd, but like that whole don't be fat phobic. Don't like listen. I'm fat. I get it.
Right.
You're fat.
Right.
You get it.
You're
But
gonna
like,
call me fat. I'm not gonna.
right. But my thing is just like, listen, you want to be fat, and that's a decision you want to make. That's fine. I respect that decision, but like, don't turn it into like, oh well, I accept my body. No, you're fat. You don't want to do stuff, and that's okay. I'm not judging you for it, but like, don't tell people.
Accept my body. No,
right? Like I hate.
That's cool. But
you're just
you
lazy
accept your body,
and you don't
but-
want to do anything about it.
Yeah, you accept your body, but no one wants to fuck you.
Right.
And I mean, like that's the thing. Like, all right, you don't want to do anything about it. Okay, that's fine. Like, it's not okay. You're not healthy.
Right.
That's a decision you make. That's
like
fine,
I get.
you
I'm not healthy. Like I got to do something about it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I know.
The smoking is way worse than the eating like shit, to be completely honest with you.
I agree, but I feel like, I'm not saying I'm not quitting because I'm gonna gain weight. No, I'm gonna quit because I like smoking. I mean, I'm addicted to fucking nicotine.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, I'm sure you were addicted to nicotine as well, and you
crave a
cigarette
love it
here and there.
No, I haven't smoked over a year. December 2019.
Luckily, that's the one thing I never did.
It's the best.
You never smoked, right?
He literally just said that.
No, yeah, okay. What about marijuana?
You smoke weed, reefer? Smoke that reefer, boy?
No.
Never?
No, never.
Wow. No way.
Draft 11 years get baked. I'm the only person who actually knows what it's doing.
Right, yeah.
And then I win championships every year, and you guys don't wonder why.
I remember like a couple of years ago you said it too, and I was maybe not hoping. I'm not.
You know what it is? Honestly, I never did it. I never did it when I was younger, and then like at some point in my life, I just got to the point where I don't do it.
Right.
And that's it. Like I don't really have any qualms about it. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with people who do it. A bunch of friends who do it.
I think there's people who do it, to be honest.
You ever tried it? Have you ever tried it?
Me?
No, I'm not talking
never tried it. No. But like, it's not like to me. It's not like taboo. It's just something that was never a part of.
Time out.
My airspace. I never really did it. I would, whatever. So and that was it. Like that's just it for me. Like, but like I know plenty of people who do it. And like, I literally see no fault in doing it.
Let me ask you. I know you asked me the other day about what was it, CBD? Yeah, CBD. You asked me something about it. Did you ever do anything about that? I mean, did you try it? Did you?
Not really. That wasn't actually for me. But
okay.
Yeah, but that wasn't even for me. Yeah. I'm not that I would be against trying it. I don't care.
Nothing happens to you.
Yeah,
right.
Nothing
Yeah.
happens to you.
It's fucking.
I get the munchies. I already got those anyway, baby.
Yeah.
CBD is snake oil.
Yeah. CBD is nothing.
Yes.
One time somebody I was with a group of people, and they're like, "Yeah, these are CBD gummies," and of course, I didn't. I was like, "Yeah, I'll take one. I'll take two." Ended up being more THC than CBD, and
Yeah, that's
I
bad.
completely just freaked. Like I went home and I went under my covers and shivered.
Ooh,
And then,
spicy.
Yeah, edibles are fucking dangerous, dude.
yeah, they're very dangerous. So is the oil pens.
Any of that shit, right?
Yeah,
Besides like regular flour, like weed,
that's what I do now. Only
everything else is
flour.
fucking crazy.
Listen, nice and natural flour. You can't go wrong with it. I'm like, I don't smoke every day. I mean,
I
once in
haven't
a blue.
smoked weed and
When I golf, I like to smoke. You know, just to chill out.
I
But
can't even remember the last time I smoked.
even with flour, like one too many hits, I'm fucking panicking.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah,
I wish I was like I could smoke and be like the people in the movies, like the guy like Matthew
Seth Rogen. Oh,
McConaughey, Dazed and Confused, and all those guys who are just like mad chill and this is the best and there's no anxiety, but it's literally the fucking opposite.
total opposite. Yep.
I
You're
want to
gonna,
fucking
you're
jump
gonna
off a
like
cliff.
grandma's boy.
Yeah.
I can hear my hair growing.
Speaking of Grant, what's his name had a good stand up on that. Nick Swartzen. He had a good.
Regarding the massage.
No, no, he had some good skits on marijuana. But
Speaking of massages,
Perfect.
how many accusers is Watson gonna have until this whole thing
Under over 26.
shits out?
I'm gonna say
I don't know where he's at now. It's crazy.
he's
16.
at 14, 16. I'm gonna say he's gonna at the end of it, it's gonna be like 72.
No, man. Like,
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Like for me, like they're not even bringing him to a criminal court right now. Like it's all civil court. Like it I don't like. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, an athlete would never do that. Yeah, but athletes are people too. They make mistakes, and they're also bad people sometimes, and they do bad things, and that's not a difficult concept to
Right.
fathom, you know. But like, as long as you're taking these to civil court, and it's all for the minimums, and it's like these girls literally came all out of the woodwork, out of nowhere, and like, if he had just signed his contract and it was whatever 6 months in, there was no qualms with the team, there was no problems there, whatever, and they started coming out, maybe I'd give it a little more merit. It's I don't want to say I straight up don't believe them, but it's just so convenient when all this came out.
I mean, it's usually how it works, though. I think like the lawyers coordinate and stuff like that.
Right.
Also,
maybe. I'm not even like, whatever, but I don't know.
He's at 16 lawsuits, so 16 individual victims. Even if half of them were lying, it's still 8 girls who like probably have some case.
Maybe, but here's the problem though. If you prove that half of them are lying, the other 8's case is going to crumble because.
Okay, so let's say they prove even after that.
That's the issue with having so many people. The thing is like, if I find faults in 1 or 2 of their stories, it's a house of cards. The whole thing's going to collapse.
Well, not if they're separate lawsuits.
Well, not if they're separate lawsuits, but it is going to affect them in the sense of like, all right, yeah, it's not a class action or anything like that. Obviously, not all the same thing. But
if it was a class action, I think, and like a few of their stories started crumbling, I think that's more of a chance for it to like totally lose like any kind of steam. Since they're separate,
right.
I think
you're talking in the court of law. I get it. I don't disagree with you. You're right. Yeah, but my thing is like, even in the court of public opinion, if out of these 16 stories, 8 of them prove total bullshit, nobody's gonna believe the other 8.
Should we get the lawyer in here and get his fucking opinion?
No.
Nicholas.
He available?
I'm
sure he's available, but let's not. He's just gonna give us work.
We'll get him on as the
I don't know, bro. He's gonna give a shot.
I don't know, bro. Just read the news. I don't know.
And I'm sure that there has to be.
I like Deshaun Watson. From what we see, he seems like a good dude. He has a good story too and stuff like that. I hope for his sake and for the NFL's sake that it's not true. If it is, I hope he's, punished to the acceptable law. But the problem is that he's not even being taken to legal court right now. He's only being taken in civil cases. So,
has he come out? I think his lawyers came out and said something, right?
yeah, his lawyers came. I think he said something early on too. Like,
You got to assume there's probably a criminal investigation going on, and like those are a little bit slower than like civil cases. You could just file in like in a day. So we'll see if there's no criminal shit. I mean, then
right, like how serious are we gonna take it if you can't if you like at that point? All right, the problem is that if you pay them all, if you pay them, because I think they're all suing for the minimum of $500. If you pay them, you're basically like acknowledging guilt.
They're all suing for $500.
I think $500 is the minimum that you could sue for, and they're all suing for the minimum. I think.
I mean, why do that unless to get it out? It's not a money grab. It's to get it out on the papers.
Yeah, I mean that's the other reason why, like,
which makes it kind of seem a little like
I don't know. It seems worse to me.
Right.
It seems
like it could give them more credibility.
Right, I agree. Yeah. Like I don't know all the details and stuff like that too. So.
I mean, he's a fucking dirtbag, bro. Like, listen, you want to get laid? Like, just get a fucking rub and talk girl that knows the deal. Like, a hooker that knows the fucking deal. You're gonna get your rub and talk, and that's the end of it.
Hey, don't use the H word.
See, honestly, that's always been my issue with.
What did I say? The H word.
It's always been why I have a hard time. What?
Sorry, Minnie. Stel said, "Don't use the H word." What did I say?
I was joking. Hooker.
Oh. Who?
Oh, they're escorts for call girls.
Yeah, bro.
What I'm saying is like somebody with a Sean Watson stature doesn't need to go to like rub and tugs and like I don't know. I mean, like to get rub and tugs, like he can afford a. The porn stars go for a fucking $1,500 a night.
Right.
Like, go just get a professional at that point. Like,
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be a multimillionaire like that. So I guess I don't really understand.
I mean, look at fucking Cosby. Cosby was literally one of the most famous people in the world. He played the role as like this clean comic. Bro, but like you got to think about Cosby. Like he's just a psycho.
Yeah.
Like you're just crazy, bro. To drug women.
Yeah, right. See, that's the thing that to me though, like a lot of people made the argument. Even women have made this argument to me. Basically, like when you go to a man's hotel room at 10 o'clock at night, you're expected to talk about your career. Like, but I said to them, I'm like, I get what you're saying. That's why like the Weinstein thing to some degree was like you were going back to his room at 11:30 at night. Like, what do you think you guys are gonna do?
Yeah,
like,
right.
And it's not a matter of like, oh, they deserve it.
I'm gonna read a book to him so he can go to bed.
Right, but you have to have some level of like realism to you too. Like,
yeah, you can't be so naive.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but like Cosby was fucking drugging them. So like he was taking away their ability to say no in the first place.
But see, like, listen, so, like with Weinstein or even fucking Watson, like even if you're going up to a guy's hotel room at midnight or whatever, after hours, right? And like you are playing the naive role, whatever. If a guy makes a move, pulls his cock out or wherever the fuck, and you're like, no, I mean that should be the end of it. Like it shouldn't be like a more of a he shouldn't force himself on.
Absolutely, 100%. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I'm not like, listen, I know for a fact, and I know women that have had these conversations. They say, like, would a woman sleep with a man that they wouldn't normally sleep with to further their career? Plenty of women have said yes, and they have done it, and it's gotten them further in their career. Justifiably so or not, it's something that they've done, and it's not a new thing that we've never heard of before. It's obviously been that people have done, and that's it. And I'm not saying that like they're wrong or right or whatever. I'm not judging anybody. If it worked for you, if you felt like it was worth it for you, then whatever. That's your business. It's not my business. Like it's not like they say, my body, my choice. That's 100%.
That's the thing, right? Like if it's a real deal, if you're a real deal feminist equal thing, if a woman's using her body her way, the way she wants to do, and it means like fucking some ogre like Harvey Weinstein to get into a movie. And she knows that going in, like it's it's all right. I mean,
what the funny thing is, I think that women have, and men obviously, but women have bad sexual experiences with men all the time. Women have sex with guys that they regret having sex with all the
I mean,
time.
that's every woman I've ever had sex with has regretted it.
That's what I'm saying. So like, imagine doing that one time where you have a bad sexual experience with a guy that you wouldn't normally have sex with, but for the next 20 years you'll get consistent work in Hollywood. Like, that's probably not the worst trade-off you've ever made in a bad decision.
Right.
When you knew for a fact that you were comfortable making a decision. Now, listen, if you were forced doing it, totally different situation. Nobody should ever do that, obviously. Like, if you're making the conscious decision to be like, I'm gonna bang this guy who I would never want to bang otherwise, and
for $1,000.
hope that for my career, you take that risk, and whatever, it is what it is, kind of thing.
Right.
You know?
And then that becomes word of mouth. Hey, I fucked this broad, right?
Yeah, she'll work really hard for this job.
Well, like, think about it. For all the girls that have come out against Weinstein specifically, there's probably just as many that did it and like haven't said shit, you know?
Yeah, did it, keep their mouth shut and went about it and just had a career in Hollywood and nobody spoke about it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, and like I said, like, listen, he's in jail for the stuff that he did that he wasn't supposed to do. I'm fine with that. I got a problem.
He went to jail for rape, bro. Like, he's in jail for rape.
Saying, like, that's what I mean. He's in jail for the things that he should have never done.
Yeah.
They're illegal things. He's in jail for it, and it's fine. Good. He should be in jail. You know, but I just don't think every situation is the same just because.
No, you're right.
Even like heard of the Aziz Ansari thing.
Yeah.
Like he basically had a date that kind of went wrong, and like, you know, it was like mixed signals, and he was trying to come on to her, and she kind of said no, and he didn't really force himself onto her. I understand, but basically it was just a bad date,
right.
You know,
that's. I mean, listen, they're always going to be taken out of proportion. It's always going to be like, you know, the believable women. Like, you should believe victims and stuff like that, but every situation is nuanced and stuff. You know, like that one chick, what's her name, who was dating Anthony Bourdain when he died. She actually fucked a 17-year-old kid that she starred in a movie with, ended up paying him off because he sued her like $300,000. And then she used to date Harvey Weinstein. What's her fucking name? Anyway, and she came out as like one of the women that like coming out against Harvey Weinstein.
Argento?
Yeah.
Was Asia Argento?
Yeah. And like people like that who are obviously like they have different motives, that like they're doing this for either clout or money or whatever the case is. Like, you fucking ruin it for like the people who are actually victims who need to be heard and shit like that.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, you know, like, it's just it's tough. It's a weird situation. You know, obviously, no man should ever force himself on a woman. Of course not.
Right.
You know, but I just think that there's a really, really big gray area that people seem to kind of overlook. Like, everything's not black and white as simple as it is. Like, you know, every man who had sex with a woman who probably regretted afterwards wasn't a sexual predator when it happened. You know, like, sometimes people regret. I mean, I'm sure men regret having sex with women sometimes too. Probably not.
But regretting, I think, is different than like being forced or like kind of like
100%. But I just,
maybe not forced. There's other ways too, like you know, like guilted into it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like kind of that. So I don't know. There's definitely nuances to it. It's a tricky subject. Like.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so it's just like you know, whatever. Right? Every situation's unique.
You know who was a dirtbag? Fucking what's his name from New Orleans? The safety Sharper.
Oh yeah.
He's in jail. That guy's like Cosby. Yeah, fucked up, crazy shit.
Him and what's his name too? Kellen Winslow.
Yeah, we talked about that fucking psycho. That guy's a fucking predator, bro.
Yeah. That's what, like, those guys are fucking problems.
Like, think about what's in your brain when you want to show your dick to like a 75-year-old woman.
What percent of the sports world do you think is that kind of person?
Rapists?
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I think it might tick a little bit higher. I don't know. It's probably the same percentage as regular guys.
You know what? I actually looked this up. I looked up outside of curiosity because I was curious. Well, that's why you look into that curiosity. So I was stupid. But I remember there was a time where like guys were getting arrested in the NFL a lot, and people were making an issue like, oh, you know, all these criminals in football and this and that. And I was genuinely curious, and I wanted to see what the arrest rate of the average player in the NFL is versus what the arrest rate of an average person is. and the arrest rate of the average person is actually higher than it was in the NFL, even during a time where it was spiked. Because the reality is, and people don't realize this, is that people get arrested every fucking day for a myriad of things, and like nobody ever hears about them. Your neighbor can have a DUI.
Right. Yeah. You hear about them because they're
Some
stars and they're
random backup special teams player gets pulled over for doing 100 in a 60, and he bowls a .09, and it's NFL player got arrested,
all over the
and
news.
we're talking about it.
You're
People
right.
are using trigger words like,
bro,
oh, look at these criminals, and like, all right,
that's
the thing though. Like they get arrested at a lower rate than everybody else does anyway.
It comes with the package, bro. You're fucking.
Yeah, I have no problem with it.
Ton of money.
That's fine. I get it.
No, but what he means is like it's just amplified with the media.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. It comes with the thing. And I don't have a problem with it being like what?
It comes with the package of you.
Right. Yeah. I don't have a problem with it being more news than some guy who lives around the corner from me getting arrested with DUI. I don't give a fuck about the guy who lives around the corner from me arrested with DUI. But like if a prominent NFL player or NBA player or whoever it is gets arrested, all right, it'll be more news because he's a more known person.
And they got to fill column into shit.
Yeah, right, and that's fine. But like the thing is, the reality is, from what I saw, they don't get arrested any more than the average person. So, I mean, if you really think about it, if the average person,
do you think they get away with stuff more than the average person? They have to, right?
I mean, when you say get away with stuff, you mean like they get pulled over for being drunk and like let go kind of thing?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
a get out of jail free card without having a get out of jail free card.
You know what it is? Maybe
I don't know.
Here's the thing, though, with them. It's that like they still get arrested, though. Like these guys end up getting arrested. Some of them look bad on video. Johnny Damon looked like a clown on video.
Yeah.
I remember Michael Floyd got arrested a couple years back.
That Johnny Damon video is bad, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So like at some point, yeah, right. But at some point, like these guys they're getting arrested too, and they're being charged with crimes, and they're going through lawyers, and like it's all this stuff. Like it happens. So like, do some of them on occasion maybe get away with it? Sure, but you know what? I've gotten pulled over. I got let off with a warning too, and I'm a fucking nobody. Like
I haven't gotten a fucking ticket in forever. Watch me get one tomorrow. But I haven't. No.
Like pulled over, you mean?
No, I've gotten pulled over, but haven't gotten ticketed in probably over.
Right, well, that's what I mean, though. Like,
4 years,
all right, so like
years.
everybody has an opportunity to get let off or
let off. Listen, man. The whole thing with that is just don't be a dick. You want to make the cops' life as easy as possible.
I'll make a point to you. All right, the PBA cards. Do you have one?
Yeah.
Okay, I have one too. I'm more likely to get let off because of the PBA card than I am without it, right?
Right.
How's that any different than an athlete getting off because he's an athlete? I got off because I'm friends or family members with a cop. Like that's why you're letting me off. You're not arguing that I didn't do something wrong enough for you to pull me over. That's not the argument because you clearly pulled me over, didn't you? So you're arguing that, oh, well, you're a friend of a cop or a cousin of a cop or a brother of a cop, so I'm not going to bust your chops. I'll let you over the warning this time.
Listen, but listen,
than a pro athlete
again,
getting arrested by a cop.
Right. It also all depends on
your violation.
Yeah, like listen, I don't think if you're shit faced and you blow over the limit, like I don't think a PBA card's saving you.
Yeah, no, probably not.
That's what I mean, though. Like,
listen,
if you're shit faced and you blow a limit, being an athlete's not going to save you either.
Right.
No.
Listen, it's not going to save you, but it might like help with something, right? It might do something. It's not saving you completely.
Honestly, you're going to jail for the night, and they're not going to let you drive home, obviously. So
I think that I'm just not.
I think the only good thing with athletes is they have more money, so they can afford better lawyers that have better connections with judges and shit like that. The only difference with athletes is they got to worry about. It's like kind of like makes it even with normal people is they got to worry about like the public perception and it getting out in the media.
Right.
So that's an added like.
It's like right. The athlete, all they got to do is make one phone call and be like, "Yo, this and this, take care of it." And
Yeah,
that
but if
one
it gets
person,
the newspaper on Twitter and shit, it's fucked.
right? It's okay. You're right.
Okay.
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 Hmm.
Other news. The Giants have made a couple of splashes.
Yes,
Obviously
they
against the
did.
Giants.
They're taking their
Um,
fucking money throwing machine and they're fucking throwing money, baby.
they are. They
They
are.
are throwing money.
So like my kind of feelings on it. So a couple of things on it. One, it's pretty well documented that I've been very, very critical of the Giants general manager, David Gettleman, since basically his first hiring date. And
Right.
I kind of don't regret a single thing. I'll tell you why I don't regret a single thing. The Giants' fortune seemed to turn pretty much on a dime after last year when they hired Joe Judge.
Joe Judge is the man, first of
They
all.
drafted a bunch of players, and as somebody who follows the draft, what? Huh?
No one said anything.
I said Joe
What'd you
Judge
say?
is the man. Your fucking internet sucks. That's what I said.
Minivan's coming to
Yeah,
us
you know
from
what?
Greece.
I'm having some trouble with my internet. So anyway, what I was gonna say was I think Joe Judge is awesome. Basically, yeah, I think people want to play with Joe Judge.
That's what I said.
think the players who already play for him love playing for him.
Hmm.
Logan Ryan, one of our defensive backs, he came up from Florida, I believe, to have dinner with Dory Jackson and basically convinced Dory Jackson to play for Joe Judge. Now, look, we're paying these guys good money to it, so
Right.
we're not getting them
Right. But
bargain deals.
they could also go elsewhere.
Right, that's one. And other people saying like, oh well, you're overpaying them. Any player on the free agent market who's getting multi years
Is
is
going
going
to
to get
get
overpaid.
overpaid.
That is
Right.
simply the way the market works.
Yep.
No player has ever hit free agency taking a multi-year deal and basically taking like a pay cut, unless they're
Right.
getting some 1 year partial guarantee. Any prime time. Kenny Galladay is 27 years old. He's a prime time wide receiver. This is basically the best he's ever going to be. How great he is versus the
This
rest
is
of the
his
NFL.
ticket. His ticket is right now. He's got to get it. He's got to get his money.
Right, and that's a money to get paid. He's not going to pay you time. The same thing with Dory Jackson. He got into the free agent market. He's 25 years old. This is probably going to be the best deal he gets, or if not the second best, depending on
Right.
They're going to get paid. They're going to get paid. It doesn't matter. You either decide that you're going to pay him or somebody else is going to pay him. And my thing is like Kenny Galladay wants $18.5 million. The Giants gave him 18. People were saying he's more of a $14 to $16 million a year player. Okay, so you think I'm gonna cry because he paid him $2 million extra than what he should have been comfortable with?
Right.
Who fucking cares? Like,
Yeah, I think also like the GMs and shit all over the league are understanding that, in a few years the cap's going to be higher and higher and higher.
Right,
So,
and listen, the other thing is, the Giants have Daniel Jones on a rookie deal, so it's cheaper now. And the other thing is, more importantly with Daniel Jones is, you got to figure out if he's the guy or not.
Right.
I'm not sure that he is.
And this is the year to figure it out.
But this is his year. That's it. He's got. Listen, the
He's
only
got
flex
weapons.
he has at this point is the offensive line. They need to, the offensive line needs to play
Right.
better.
Right.
They haven't neglected it. They've definitely invested into it. It hasn't totally worked out all the time. They spent the high pick on Will Hernandez. It's been so. Whatever. Look,
But
they've invested in it.
He's also not semi. He's more than semi-mobile. He's right. He's mobile. Like listen, you don't have to have the best offensive line, but definitely help.
No, his part of his issue is just holding on for multiple.
Right.
That's not really a mobility thing. That's just a matter of not realizing when your clock his clock needs to get better. So like, listen, whatever, he needs to get better. It doesn't matter. But look,
Right.
Now that you added Galladay, like the offense now has weapons. The offensive line needs work, but like, listen. And the other thing I like about it is with Galladay as the number one wide receiver to take that attention. Slayton's much better as a number two.
I like Slayton,
facing number
man.
3 quarterbacks. Shepard as in the slot, naturally a slot receiver. Good there. Engram, I mean, what the fuck we got Engram, but you got Engram, you got Rudolph, who should be decent for that. And then you get Barkley back.
Yeah. Hopefully we get
offense.
80% of what he used to be, minimum.
Oh.
Barkley. I'm saying coming back from
he'll be fine. I'm not really worried about Barkley. It's 2021. He's 24 years old and he's a freak athlete. He'll be fine.
Right.
I'm not worried about that. But listen, that and then defensively, they were I think 9th in scoring last year, defensive wise, which is very solid.
Listen,
and they didn't really the only person they lost was Tomlinson, who's he's gonna be a loss, but they could probably pull the hole. They added another cornerback.
last year, we didn't really like get blown out, or we had, what was it, like maybe one
I
or two
think we had
games.
one blowout. I think against San
Yeah, and then the
Francisco.
rest of the games are all last
Yeah.
minute.
Other than that, they were pretty much in every game. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I
Yeah,
wasn't like
my brother said the same thing. He
unsatisfied.
goes, they lost games because they're not a super talented team last year, but they never looked unprepared. They never
Right.
looked sloppy. They were organized. Listen, the talent limitations were the talent limitations. That nothing you can do about that. But yeah, I'm telling you,
Right.
Joe
You play with
Judge
what you got.
is awesome. I'm like the guys are run through a wall for that guy. You could tell that too.
Right.
And I haven't been like complimenting the Giants in probably about 8-9 years. I've been so sick of them lately. So like for me to sing Joe Judge's praises, I really, really mean it. I'm really, really happy with
So
it.
is the is the pressure on the Giants this year?
I think most of the pressure is on Daniel Jones, honestly.
Right.
I think that's what the Giants really need to step up, because
the pressure's on who? Sorry,
Daniel Jones. Because think about it. For me, if the Giants have a down year because the quarterback's not good, I'm not going to look at Joe Judge and be like, "Well, you did a bad job." No, he didn't. The defense should be good again this year. The defense coordinator is good too. Patrick Graham really surprised me last year. He was really good last year. To me, the Giants' season hinges on basically three things: the offensive coordinator, Jason Garrett, who, if his offense isn't better next year, is going to get fired. Daniel Jones, who, if he doesn't play better next year, not going to get fired outright, but they're probably going to start looking for his replacement. And the offensive line needs to play better. It's those three things. If those three things are good, the Giants could win 10 games next year. If Daniel Jones,
who did we bring in as a backup quarterback?
Mike Glennon.
Mike Glennon, right?
Mike Glennon. That's not an option. All right, so here's the thing with Mike Glennon. He's not athletic at all. He's a big, he's like 6'6", just a big oak tree kind of guy.
Wasn't he in Jacksonville?
Yes, he played in Jacksonville, he played in Chicago, he played in Tampa, I think. But the thing with him, though, is like, if your offensive line can't block for Daniel Jones, who's athletic,
he's getting broken leg.
You know who the Giants should trade for a backup? I think he's probably getting some looks for starting. Minshew.
I think he's gonna get traded because I think Jacksonville signed a backup quarterback this week or today, and like, they're gonna draft Trevor Lawrence first overall, obviously. So why have
James?
I guess.
Right. What's going on with Gangrene?
I don't fucking know. I think they signed a fucking running back for
Tevin Coleman. Yeah.
Tevin Coleman.
Oh, 6 times, guys. Great job. The guy we want's a fucking sexual predator.
And Corey Davis.
Yeah, they
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Corey Davis.
Titans.
Corey Davis, a wide receiver. I think you had him on your team.
Yeah.
Me?
No, he had Jonnu.
Jonnu.
Yeah, I know that Jonnu, but I think he had Corey Davis too.
Tennessee's just losing guys, huh?
Yeah, Tennessee had what's it called? Who was actually not bad. They picked up Josh Reynolds, the wide receiver
from the Rams. Yeah.
But you know what? Honestly, if he's going to go there and be the two, that's actually not a bad fit at all.
Right. They got fucking what's his name, and he's a monster.
Yeah, AJ Brown.
Yeah, but the same shit like you said about Jones. Darnold's got to step up. If he doesn't step up, like, we're fucking.
Yeah. Listen, Darnold's not that bad though. I don't think he's that bad.
Listen, honestly, the Jets are, to this point, are a fucking black hole. Like, it just. How does anything succeed there, kind of thing? Like, listen.
Listen. I like this coach. This coach they got, I like.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He's a new coach. I think there's something to him. For their sake, I know that they hope he's going to be better. But to this point, even in my life, like, the Jets don't have any level of like really sustainability success.
Agreed.
Like, you only had Rex for those 2 years. Like they were 9-7 1 year. Listen, they won their playoff games. Nothing anywhere.
The thing with Rex was it was just, which you kind of get a little bit of the same with the new guy, but different, is just like a mentality, which you kind of want going in, which is good. Like Adam Gase was stumbled out of the gate because he should not have been a fucking head coach for the Jets again after the Miami Dolphins.
That guy's
the
for
worst
the birds.
Fucking hire I've ever seen in my fucking life. But like this guy, I like this guy. Maybe something happens. Maybe they play for him. Maybe they give a fuck. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? But like you said,
I don't think this
they're
guy
black
is
hole.
the same. I don't think he's the same as Rex Ryan, and I mean that in a good way. I think he's Rex Ryan. All right, to me, like the whole concept of players coaches don't work out. They don't really win. They very rarely really win. Like Andy Reid might be like the only guy who's like that kind of like.
Yeah, but Rex was like over the top.
But Rex is just like, you don't need coaches to be your best friend. You need
Yeah, I agree.
coaches to be,
Your
like
coach.
I prefer coaches who are more of a father figure kind of thing, like a Tom Coughlin, isn't that? Like, and honestly, this is Joe Judge. Like, it's okay for him to respect you, to get along with you, to joke around with you. I got no problem. But like, you need to have like boundaries to me. And I feel like Rex never really set boundaries. And I don't look at Saleh as the kind of guy who doesn't set boundaries. I think
Right.
guys really respect him. I think he's a serious person. And whatever. Hopefully it translates to the field for them. But I don't look at him and Rex. I mean, they're both defensive coaches, so whatever, I get that. But like, and the other thing with Rex is Rex took over a team and they went to the championship game the first 2 years. To me, you know what that means? That the team that he took wasn't really the team that he built. It was a team that Mangini built, and whatever he wanted, whatever, they let him go.
I mean, that's always what you fucking deal with, right? There's always going to be carryover and stuff like that.
Right, which is fine. But like, okay, the year before Rex went in there, the Jets were 8-3, and they were like, a lot of people thought they were like with Favre. Whatever, Favre got hurt and they fell off and whatever, but they weren't a bad team the year before when Rex took them over. So Rex took them over, and all right, they had the rookie quarterback, but the rest of the team was solid. And the year after, the rest of the team was solid too. And then as Rex kept building it, it kept sliding apart. And Sanchez sucked, which didn't help either, obviously.
I mean, that's huge, bro. I know I could take the whole team, but like, you need a fucking quarterback that's competent. I'm not saying give me fucking Aaron Rodgers, but like, competent.
Right.
No mistakes, limit mistakes, limit turnovers.
Like a Jared Goff.
Like a Jared Goff. That's right. Jared Goff played in the Super Bowl. That's crazy. You realize that?
Great. What do you have? Like 80 yards throwing?
Yeah, he was terrible in it, but he did play.
That whole Super Bowl sucked.
Stell is looking at us like, when did Jared Goff play in a fucking Super Bowl?
Where's the Patriots, you psycho?
Where's the Patriots? You don't remember?
No.
They played the Patriots. Yeah, it was like I think it was 2 or 3 years ago.
Don't remember.
Watched it at your house on your deck.
On my deck?
Oh.
Good one.
But yeah,
speaking of decks,
the Giants, I like the direction they're going in.
Yeah.
And the other thing I do like is that it does give they have pick 11. It does give them flexibility at the pick now, because like initially you had to either consider wide receiver or cornerback. Now you kind of cover those in free agency, so it kind of gives you the option to be able to go O-line, D-line, which get them dying to do because it's only fucking draft sometimes.
Right.
So it does give you flexibility there. It gives you the option to trade down a little bit if you don't love what you have. Like it's opened up a lot of avenues for them.
That's good.
For the first time in a really long time, I'm actually kind of happy with the direction the Giants are heading in, which is
I'm sure there's a lot of Giant fans like you out there that are feeling the same way.
I would hope so.
No, I'm serious.
Not that I'm always right, but let's hope so.
Tomorrow's a trade deadline. NBA, right? Was it 2 p.m.? 2:30, some shit. 3, whatever. There was some talk that Knicks were trying to push for.
I saw the JJ Redick chat today. That he's gonna get bought out after the trade deadline and go to the Nets. That's the thing I saw today.
I mean, let's just everyone go to the Nets.
My guy Blake Griffin dunked.
Yeah.
Fuck on that, you hater.
Blake Griffin, who finally dunked.
I don't really can give two shits about that.
Stuck on that, hater.
Fucking guy gives a shit about him. Gives a shit about the Nets. I hope they fucking their plane blows up. No, I'm just fucking around.
Plane blowing up is death. Usually. I'm not a scientist, but usually.
No, I'm just fucking around. I just don't want them to win the championship. But from what it looks like, they
die a fiery death in a plane crash. Got it.
Listen, man.
Got it.
I'm still rooting for the Knicks. I put in my futures bet. Knicks Islanders to win championships, $5 to win 150 grand. Something like that.
150 grand.
No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I made that number up, but
it should be that high because it's impossible.
I mean, Like he can't
It probably should
possibly.
be that high, honestly.
I'll tell you right now what it is. But you think the Knicks are gonna make any moves? Probably not, right? Why would they ever?
I don't know. You know what?
I
I don't
saw
have a
something
problem with them
about
making moves, but
Oladipo.
I would prefer that they don't.
I wouldn't. I
That's the
mean,
thing
I
with
know.
Oladipo, though. He's a free agent. So, like, how much you can give up for him?
Listen, they gotta package up like Austin Rivers. Who? What the fuck happened to him? I'm assuming him and like
I don't know.
Thibodeau
We got
or
him, and
him
then,
and him
like,
and him and the front office got into like an argument or something because like I know we got him. He was hurt in the beginning, and then he came in and it was just like fucking lights
yeah,
out.
he had a couple of nights where he just went off. I
And
remember.
then after that, you just didn't hear from him. You know, it's like
Yeah,
you
people
go
have
on a
a
day with a
tendency
girl and
to,
like
like,
you're into it, and then just like, all right, what the fuck happened?
Not everyone's
Like,
an all-star, bro.
it's not about being. It's not about that. I'm just like,
Is Thibodeau benching him like he's not playing him?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
yeah,
So
he's
why
not
you?
part of the rotation. I mean, that's all it is.
So let's package him up. Let's grab Frankie Ntilikina, which I kind of started liking, but you know, you don't gotta like him forever. Package him up with I don't know who else, man. I don't know who else I'd want to get rid of. I definitely want to keep Noel. Noel's a nice, scrappy guy.
I mean, whatever. That's the thing, though. Like, I'm not dying to give up a lot of stuff either.
Right.
So, like,
Like,
I
would you
like
give
give
up
up a
Bullock?
second round pick
Would you give up Bullock?
for who? For
Like I don't know.
For
For
Oladipo, yeah. But, I mean, they're not gonna ask for that. They're not gonna take that.
that's what I'm saying. Would you give up like Bullock and
No. No way.
can I fucking finish?
He doesn't even know who you're asking about.
Yeah, he fucking first of all he doesn't even know who Bullock is.
I'm goofing, man. Sandra
Sandra.
Bullock?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
knew he was gonna
Sandra.
say that too.
She's playing on the Knicks. Bullock and quickly. I mean, I wouldn't give up.
Nah,
Quickly.
see, I wouldn't give it quickly.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what quickly could become, but I
No, you should be a GM, dude.
Mm.
Fucking
I
idiot.
tried
Listen,
it on NBA.
he
Bro.
sent
I'm
me
really
some
bad
good
at it.
deals. I was in Mexico and he texted me, and he texted me some fantasy trade. He goes, "It's just to get the ball rolling." I was like, "All right, that's good to know."
I'd listen. I was sending some fucking pretty solid
You,
deals.
yeah, you did some decent.
You just
I
had a
didn't take him,
fucking
but
hard on for fucking McCaffrey and what the
oh
fuck's
yeah,
his
I'm
name?
so crazy. I want to give up Alvin Kamara, who scored 8 touchdowns in the championship game. What was I thinking?
What did I offer you for that? I'm sorry. 3
Uh,
fucking
it
top
was.
5
I think
wide
it was
receivers.
Hill, and I can't remember the running back. Was it? Oh, Devin Singletary.
Not just them two.
Gross.
It wasn't just them two.
Yeah,
That's disgusting, Still. You should be ashamed of yourself.
No.
You should be kicked out of the league just for that.
Pulling that up. No.
Did Minivan laugh at you?
No. You're false.
Because your brain is so bad?
No. I'm gonna find it right now.
You have a bad brain, bro.
I'm gonna
Wait,
find
hold
it
on,
right
wait.
now.
Was it Kelsey for me? You might
I don't-
offer me Kelsey instead of Hill.
No, it wasn't just that. Anyways, until I find it, um, let's move on.
Great. What
Okay.
else you got, Still?
Knicks won last night.
Well, what I should have
Knicks
done
won
was I should have
last
traded you McCaffrey because he basically didn't play for me the rest of the
night.
year.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, yeah.
Knicks won last night. I mean,
Great.
I know they played Washington, who's just been really bad, but Randall looked good. RJ Barrett's looking good. He's been playing much better since the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Your Rangers won last night, right?
Yeah. Not last night.
2 nights ago. Sorry.
Last game.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, they're looking good, getting healthy. Kravtsov is here from Russia. He's practicing. Igor is practicing. He's going to play tomorrow. Shesterkin, the goalie, who hurt his groin.
Uh-huh.
Got good blood flow.
Playoffs are they?
Say again?
How far out of the playoffs are they?
4 points out. 2 wins. 2 wins is 4 points.
Yeah, no, that part.
So the Bruins, I mean, listen, they got to go. They got Philly in front of them. Philly's good. The East is a really good division, so it's not going to be.
How many games they played this year?
How many games?
Yeah.
56.
How many?
56.
Oh, yeah,
56?
So, yeah, it's gonna be tough for them to make that close that gap.
The only good thing is they keep playing divisional opponents, so like you can make up points faster. Like the last two games are against Boston, and right now Boston has they're the fourth seed in the division. So like that's who they have to leapfrog.
And they're playing us tomorrow.
No, they're not. You're playing the Bruins,
Boston.
you mean, or the Rangers?
Yeah, Boston. We're playing Boston
Boston's
tomorrow.
playing
Well, they were supposed to play today.
Rangers,
Or
I think, have
yesterday.
2 games coming up against Philly, right?
The Rangers?
Yeah, I think they got to play next
Yeah.
week. So, yeah. That's a chance to make up ground there, at least.
Yeah. No, that's big. And they're playing good, too. So, and everyone's coming back and healthy.
They
whatever.
are.
We'll see how it goes.
You know who's playing good?
The Islanders?
The Islanders, yeah. I don't know if you've been following. I don't know if you look at the standings.
I mean, if you want to talk about like NHL news, that referee they got fired. It's pretty wild.
That's right, yeah.
Tim Peel, that referee got fired because they got caught in a hot mic, basically saying like, "Oh, it was like a weak penalty, but I had to give it to Nashville." Basically, like trying to even out the penalties.
Like I was trying to give him one. Like,
yeah. So supposedly this is what goes on in the NHL. Like if you look at the box scores a lot of the time, you know, penalties really aren't like one team who's like, let's say a dirtbag team. They're not going to have 7 fucking penalties compared to the other team that has 1. Like usually they try and keep it, you know, within a couple of penalties one way or the other, I think, because I think they get chewed out. So I guess it's been going on forever. And it got caught on the mic and he got fired. But this guy was going to retire anyway at the end of the year. So he said, it wasn't much, but I wanted to get a fucking penalty against Nashville early. So, and it was Nashville versus Detroit.
What a dick.
Yeah.
By the way, Minnie, I had offered Drew Todd Gurley and Tyreek Hill for Kamara.
Oh, Gurley, okay.
That's a little better, but not much.
Yeah, but at that time, Gurley was, you know, was scoring a touchdown every fucking game. But right, whatever.
Yeah, Kamara is a fucking monster.
And you offered for who? For Kamara?
I'm sorry, is Tyreek Hill not a monster?
He was fine, but Kamara is like the truth, bro.
I get it. Got it. Cool.
So if you want the truth, you got to fucking pay the piper. You understand? You understand business?
Listen, don't feel bad. There was almost no chance I was trading Kamara.
Right. Got it.
Yeah,
don't want to go back to that conversation anymore.
Well, you brought it up, you chooch.
I know. I just wanted to clarify that my GM skills aren't that bad.
This is why I was going to trade Kamara.
Can I hang up? Can I go now? The baby's crying?
I don't think you look
the baby's crying.
Yeah, I saw it. Good for you, man. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. Very.
But whatever, they fired this guy.
That's why fucking.
What else? You guys been following the tournament at all? I know you probably have.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, go Bullhawks.
Go who? Bullhawks.
Bullhawks. Aren't the Bullhawks a team?
The one guy,
Mississippi State Bullhawks.
So Gonzaga's basically been like. Gonzaga's been like a really, really good team for a long time, but they're never like the best. They never win the championship. They've never won.
Are they dominating right now?
They're always like a 2 seed or a 3 seed or a 1 seed.
They're dominating.
And they're always losing like these weird games. I can see this finally being this weird year, finally being their year.
They're dominating.
Obviously, I'm not going on a limb saying it, but
right, they are the. Right.
It would make sense for this to be like the year they finally like. They catch the right breaks, the right team is out, this and that. They get to the finals, they win it, and it's like the first time.
Rutgers got bounced, those fuckers. They blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rutgers about to lose Ohio State losing.
You got a nice game, Villanova versus Baylor on Saturday on CBS.
Yeah, I could see Villanova winning. I like Syracuse with the upset against Houston.
Syracuse has been big. Boeheim's kid's been playing good.
Yep. I like Syracuse. I like Oregon State, man. I like what Oregon State's doing. They've been just on a tear.
What's LUC?
LSU? LUC?
LUC?
Yeah, who are they playing?
Who?
Oregon State's playing a team called LUC.
It's LUC, Loyola College.
Oh, Loyola. That's
Why is
Sister
Loyola
Jean.
LUC? That don't make any sense.
Loyola University.
College.
Loyola University.
You don't do
Chicago,
college
sorry.
university.
That's Chicago.
Loyola University College School.
Loyola. Maybe it's Loyola University in Chicago.
Maybe,
Yeah. I think Sister Jean's.
Fuck her.
That's not nice, but I think her team's going down.
I'm just kidding. God bless her.
What's it called? How about Loyola College beating Illinois and making Illinois not even the best team in Illinois?
Yep.
Even though they were the 1 seed.
Loyola,
that's impressive.
Man. Yeah,
Roberts, blow job in the fucking Sweet 16, guys.
Listen, there's going to be good games. I mean, this weekend's going to be good games.
Yeah, I'm going to watch none of them.
I know you're not going to watch. USC smacked Kansas the other night. I unfortunately watched
beat the
whole game.
You know what is cool? If Gonzaga wins it all, Gonzaga would have to run the table to win it all because they're undefeated this year. So
I want to watch Blue Chips again.
Okay.
Excellent film. Excellent.
Good for you. Nobody gives a shit.
Well, it's got something to do with it. It's college basketball.
You know what we could do? We could watch Blue Chips and shoot what's it called? Video commentary on Blue Chips.
Like live stream it or whatever, just commenting on it. I'm not against that. That would probably be funny.
Speaking of well, it has nothing to do with commentary, so no speaking of. Any update on the trivia show? Are we getting
we're trying to hammer one down for this weekend, maybe for Saturday.
Are we getting a first fucking aired show?
Yeah, we need to record it the right way and not be fucking retards and like get it right.
Hey, please.
R words, not be R words.
Retards. It's not nice.
Well, I said it.
Any predictions on the tournament? Who's winning it? I mean, you kind of said Gonzaga, right?
What happened?
You think Gonzaga's winning the whole thing?
I don't know. I kind of feel like this is finally the year, but who the fuck knows?
I'm going with Loyola University College School.
Sister Mary Jean.
Oh, that's hers?
Yeah.
No, is it? It is her, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like 102 years old. She's the only person who's over 100 is allowed out there in COVID.
Right.
She's a nun? So, like, what happens? Like, what is Loyola? Like a Catholic school?
That's my assumption.
Huh. Cool.
I don't know, but they have a middle-aged guy playing for them, so that's kind of cool.
Which is like the Mormon school? BYU?
BYU is more, yeah.
Gonzaga isn't Mormon?
No.
I think they are.
Not that I know of.
Hold on, I'll look it up. This is so weird, right? Like
I like Syracuse, man. I have to say, I think I'm rooting for fucking Oral Roberts too. I'm rooting for that upset.
I want to see Oral win it all, honestly.
Yeah. Oral all the way, baby.
Imagine losing to a college called Felicio University.
University is named for a young Jesuit saint. So it's not, I guess it's not like BYU. Like you can't fucking beat off at BYU. Like you can't jerk off.
Is that real?
Yeah, it's a fucking hardcore fucking Mormon school, bro. Brigham Young University.
They can't even have you can't even have coffee or tea.
Yeah. You can't fucking suck.
Who the fuck would sign up for that?
There's a ton of them too. There's 32,000 students. Wow.
Bunch of
that must be the most cool all time.
Private Research University. What does that mean? Sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints. That's the Mormons.
That's heavy. Wow.
Interesting. Yeah, and it says here you can't suck and fuck.
It says that on the welcome letter.
0 interest.
No sucking.
They gotta be fucking hits out of each other in that school, bro. What are you talking about? Either that or they're fucking in the ass. Something's going on. They're trying to get around the fucking Hyman principle, the Hyman problem. No? BYU's stated mission is to assist individuals in their quest for perfection and eternal life. BYU is thus considered by its leaders to be at heart a religious institution wherein ideally religious and secular education are interwoven in a way that encourages the highest standards in both areas. So what happens when they find kids, find fucking juniors fucking 69? What happens?
I think they get kicked.
That's fucking wild.
What was that movie?
Sexual assault reporting.
Accepted. You guys remember Accepted?
No.
That's a great movie.
Really?
With Justin Long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice. Nice movie.
That was a good movie.
South Harmon Institute of Technology. Shit. Where the shit sandwiches.
That was fucking awesome.
You know what's funny? You know what I never noticed? I don't know if you ever watched Gotham on Fox.
No, I heard of it.
All right, so it's the show about Gotham before Batman basically becomes Batman.
Okay.
So it's him as a kid. The guy who plays the Penguin is actually in Accepted. And obviously I saw Accepted when it first came out years ago, whatever. I liked it. It was a fun movie. But I never realized that it was he played that character in it. He played the guy who's called ADD. I think his name was like Abernathy Darwin Dunlap or whatever the fuck, something like that. Like, so he actually played it. So when I watched it again recently, I'm like, oh shit, it's the Penguin. But yeah, that movie, I love that movie. It was great.
That kid, I think that kid who played the Penguin is also, I might be wrong, but he also might be the guy who played in Wedding Crashers, the weird brother who like tied up Vince Vaughn.
Oh.
Not him?
Yeah.
That fucking scene is hilarious though. Huh?
I can see the similarities, but I don't think it's the same. Pretty sure.
Robin.
I will look that up. I'm not sure enough to think that, but
yes. Robin Lord Taylor.
It was him?
Robin Lord, he's in Gotham, yeah.
Same guy?
Gotham, yeah.
No. But is he in Wedding Crashers?
He's so brain.
You're asking me if he's in Wedding Crashers.
That was the whole thing. I knew he was from Gotham.
No, don't hurt yourself, bro. Just relax, man. Todd. Wasn't he Todd in Wedding Crashers? Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up. Still, don't hurt your brain. It's fine, bro. You're a good guy.
It looks like him.
It might not be, I guess. I don't see it.
Wedding Crashers 2005. So no, it's not him.
No.
That's funny because it looks like him.
It does. You know what's funny? I never really thought about it, but it does look a lot like him actually. Let's see who played Todd. Keir O'Donnell.
That shit was the best. That moment when he's tied up, when Vince Vaughn's tied up and Todd's like touching him in his lips and stuff, and Vince Vaughn's like crying, like trying to get away. It's fucking hilarious.
I think my favorite part with Todd is when Christopher Walken's like, Todd, why don't you get in the game? He's like, would that make you love me? And like, Jesus. He's like
Christopher Walken.
When he's screaming at the ocean. So I saw this in it must have been an unedited, like a director's cut or whatever the fuck. Because at one point he screams at the ocean, "Death, you are my bitch lover." And Christopher Walken goes, "Hey Todd, you tell that mean ocean." And he gives him the middle finger.
No, that was in the movie.
What?
I think that was in the movie.
So it's in some versions of the movie, but not all of them. Some of them get cut out, I guess. But that shit's fucking mad funny.
Wedding Crashers, the secret fucking hit star is Bradley Cooper, who plays the fucking psycho.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's the first time I saw.
Yo, Bradley Cooper, top-notch actor.
Thanks, Doug.
Top-notch.
You know what I liked him in? Silver Linings Playbook.
Yes,
awesome
very good movie.
Awesome,
very good movie. Very good movie.
It's probably one of my favorite movies.
American Gangster.
He's not in that.
No?
American Hustle.
American Hustle.
I mean, American Hustle. Sorry, my bad.
That's David O. Russell too. Same director.
That's
Silver Lining.
No, he was good.
Yes, he was good in that. Overall, good. What movie did I
think you know what my favorite. I got a good one. My favorite part in the movie Accepted is when they find the building and they need to clean it out, and the dead body falls out of the roof
from the ceiling.
Jonah Hill has that laugh.
No, the
that
scream,
laugh
not
makes
the laugh.
Laugh so hard.
The scream.
Ah!
Yeah.
And it crackles at the end. He goes, "Oh my god, that was embarrassing."
Speaking of Jonah Hill, he was that's the movie I was watching. Jonah Hill and Bradley Cooper.
War Dogs.
Yes, War Dogs, solid. Liked it.
Yeah,
I
I was
liked it.
The guy who made that movie is the same guy who did The Hangover
Top Phillips.
and The Joker.
Interesting. Interesting.
You know the best part about Top Phillips is, so you remember in Hangover when the guy is in the elevator going down on the girl? Yeah, that's Top
No.
Phillips.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
when
that's right.
he's
Yeah.
up in the elevator and he's going down on the girl? Yeah, that's it.
That's him. Interesting.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And he's also in Old School. Remember when he knocks on the door and the guy's like, "Yeah, I'm here for the gangbang."
Oh
Right.
shit. Yeah.
That's probably the best line in any movie ever.
I'm here for the
Definitely.
He's so like nonchalant about it. He's like looking the other way in the door when he goes,
What the
"Yeah," he
fuck
goes,
is going
I'm here for the
on?
gangbang."
And he's like, what the fuck is going on? That's fucking awesome.
Some great films.
Anyways, I'm
Tomorrow's
done.
Greek Independence Day.
Yes.
Unless you're from Kalamata, which my father is. So yes, it is Greek Independence Day.
200 years, huh?
Nice. Yeah, but like it's been like in monarchy, fucking military junta. It's been in perpetual fucking civil war since then.
We had the Bavarian prince at one point as a royalty here in Greece. But it was funny as though it's been 200 years, but I think it didn't officially end until like 1832.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Something like that. Yeah, you know, so we celebrate our heritage. And yeah,
And it's a big holiday as well.
it's a very big holiday. It's actually my uncle's birthday, ironically too. So
Happy
Nice.
birthday.
Happy birthday. It's my mom's
You
name
got
day.
anything else?
My mom's
My
name
birthday
day,
was yesterday.
your brother's name day.
My brothers?
Yeah. No?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my mom's birthday on Monday too.
Really?
Happy birthday, yeah.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Are they mom's birthday the day apart?
22nd, yeah. Yeah. Fun stuff.
Good stuff.
And my
This
son
is
was
great.
born on the 20th, so right around there.
There you go.
Jin Don to Mr. Manny Neo.
Check out the Daily Taco,
Blah blah blah.
Panarin's Basket.
Artemi's bread basket, you fucking muppet.
I know. I don't really give a shit about it. That's why I said it. Fucking piece of shite. Check out Fat Guy Sports Time.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like.
If you're listening, rate it 5 stars and then share it with a friend. Do what you can to help support.
I'm actually putting this on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll see.
Just click it. Click it. Click it. Click it.
Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, guys.